Tell you more on that because the countdown to the Waqf Showdown has begun with the Joint Parliamentary Committee of the JPC on Waqf has now submitted its report to the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. The JPC Chairman Jagdambika Pal was accompanied by several BJP MPs, but the opposition MPs, part of the panel, boycotted the event and registered their protest. The Waqf report that has been adopted by a majority vote and has 14 amendments suggested by the members of the ruling BJP. The proposed amendments aim to inject a much-needed transparency into the system as well. Let's, in the meantime, take you through the details, exactly what is now coming as far as the amendments are concerned, what Waqf backers exactly want, saying that when it comes to do not omit Waqf by when it comes to the user clause. The Waqf by user clause should not be removed. No non-Muslims should be present when it comes to the constitution of the Waqf board. No 5-year practicing Muslim course that should be made a part of it. Also saying that they are against the government property, not Waqf's clause as well when it comes to the amendments that they do not want it to be a part of, saying that the collector must not arbitrate the cases as well. However, let's talk about the change that has now been brought about ever since this JPC was now set up, saying that no cases would be reopened retrospectively. And when it comes to the disputed government properties, however, they are an exception as far as it could be in a way taken up as the matter to the courts as well. When it comes to the state level officer is now expected, when if there are disputes, he is expected now to adjudicate on the matter. Only one practicing Islam for at least 5 years when it comes to declaring a Waqf. And exactly when it comes to no Waqf by user clause, the property is deemed by Waqf solely based on prolonged use for religious purposes. These are the changes as far as what the Waqf JPC has now brought about as far as these amendments now are concerned. The BJP now seems to be confident with the new bill that will bring upon more transparency and accountability through the management of the Waqf properties, in addition to ending the abuse of the previous act. But the opposition, meanwhile, has called the move as biased and an attempt to destroy the Waqf boards. The Vipaksh, meanwhile, has branded this as an attack on constitutional rights of the Muslim community and direct interference in the functioning of the Waqf boards.
For a very long time, Waqf properties were mismanaged. There was opaqueness in the management of the Waqf properties. These problems have been addressed effectively by the amendments that the government and the members of parliament have introduced in the new bill.
वक्फ बोर्ड में विपक्षी सदस्यों द्वारा लाए गए एक भी संशोधन को स्वीकार नहीं किया गया और सत्ता पक्ष की तरफ से लाए गए सारे संशोधन स्वीकार कर लिए।
इन्होंने वक्फ बोर्ड को बर्बाद करने की पूरी तैयारी की है और ये वक्फ बोर्ड को बर्बाद करना चाहते हैं। मैं बार बार यही कह रहा हूं कि हमें टारगेट किया जा रहा है, खासतौर से माइनॉरिटी के अंदर मुसलमान को टारगेट किया जा रहा है और टारगेट इसलिए किया जा रहा है कि इनके नाम के ऊपर हम नफरत फैला करके पोलराइज कर सकें। बात विकास की नहीं होगी, बात सिर्फ और सिर्फ नफरत की करेंगे।
ये भी एक सस्टेन्ड उस नफरत को आगे बढ़ाने के वास्ते एक सस्टेन्ड तरीकेकार है। चाहे वक्फ बोर्ड का जो बिल है, ये सारे आउटकम है उस नफरत के एजेंडा का, जिस नफरत के एजेंडा के तहत ये पूरे मुल्क में अफरा तफरी रखना चाहते हैं।
Well, Rishabh is joining us right now. Rishabh, good morning. We are hearing when it comes to the opposition members who have been alleging that several provisions in the revised draft of the Waqf Amendment Bill undermine the federal structure, and they have also expressed concerns over the process that is now being followed by the JPC.
Well, definitely, the opposition leaders who were part of JPC have raised various questions on the conduct of JPC chair as well, and the way and the manner in which the draft was tabled in the JPC. As per many opposition leaders, the 655-page amended draft Waqf bill was given and was made available to the members a night before it was to be voted upon, and many opposition leaders, including Kalyan Banerjee and Vesi, raked up this issue that how could the JPC chair believe that we will read all these 655 pages overnight and have our own dissent or approval to it. Remember, the whole amended draft was cleared by JPC 14:11, while 14 members were in favor, while 11 were not in favor. Now the politics around it is rife, given that government has also listed it in the list of business for this upcoming budget session that begins today.
Well, that's the point as far as in a bid to also allay the fears, the parliamentary panel, which had recommended that no cases will be reopened against the Waqf properties on a retrospective basis, provided that the asset is not in dispute or does not belong to the government. Thank you very much for the moment, Rishabh, for joining in.